I used to bowl, so it kind of comes naturally to me. There's a lot of time to, stand around and socialize, so we find it a great way to meet people. Hi, my name is Kathleen O'Toole, and this is my second year participating in the Maryland Senior Olympics. Bocce is a very old game. I understand it goes back to the Caesars. Two kinds of balls. The pallino is the small white ball, and then red and green larger balls. And the goal is, once somebody pitches the pallino, then the two players vie for getting as close as possible to it. And if you actually wind up against it, you get 2 points, which doesn't happen very often, because if you can put a credit card in between, it's not a 2-pointer. So the goal is to get as close as you can to the pallino. And normally the games are played up to 11, but for the Senior Olympics, because we have so many competitors, we play games of 7. And today is the singles, and tomorrow they'll be playing mixed and, single gender, women's and men's doubles. I have seen older gentlemen playing bocce in South Philadelphia, in Baltimore, Little Italy, and in the south of France, where I think they have a different name for it. And some places they play it on oyster shells, some places they play it on stone. We have a modified miniature golf surface here, but at Asbury we're getting new bocce courts next year. So the game goes back a long ways, and I'm half Italian, so I was happy to learn it when I moved here last year.
For me, the thing that's so appealing about it is that absolutely anybody can play bocce. We've had people playing from wheelchairs, we have people playing from walkers, lots of people playing with canes. So that it really is a game that almost everybody can play, and grandparents can beat grandchildren, or grandchildren can beat their grandparents, because on any court, especially not a super elegant court, there's a lot of luck, and that makes it fun for all of us. Hi, I'm Sandy Mack. I am currently the sort of organizer of bocce here at Asbury Methodist Village. When I started, we had 9 people playing regularly. We now have 40 on our email list, but about 20 of us show up pretty regularly to play each week. We know it goes back to Roman times. Basically, I suspect as soon as someone discovered a round rock, some version of it was invented. We know they actually played it in Rome. I first saw it in Rome in 1952 when I was 10 years old. It was not played on a court. This was Italy soon after the war, a very poor place at the time. It was played with steel balls and played just on hard-packed dirt with rocks in it, and it was much more an aerial game than a rolling game. So they could launch a ball 30 feet and land on another ball that they wanted to move out of the way. There is in fact pétanque is a name for that, the French version of it, where it's basically all done in through the air. And that's the first version I saw. Then I began to pay more attention and saw that it's sort of an Italian version of bowls. I mean, in England they play it with, I think they play it with weighted balls that have built-in curves to them. For me, the nice thing is a bocce ball is just a round ball, and so there's no curving in it unless you make it do it or the court makes it do it. It's a game that involves a fair amount of luck and a little bit of skill. Give it a try. Almost certainly you'll discover that the person next to you is sometimes a great deal better and sometimes not at all. It's just a great game for folks who are not fiercely competitive but want to be involved in something where there's a kind of a focus and really nice people playing.